The Flowerpot will use 2 strands of yarn and a 4mm crochet hook. Wrap the corresponding yarn around your fingers like this. Pinch the yarn tail with your thumb and middle finger. Work into a magic ring. Make a loop around your middle finger. Insert hook into the loop on middle finger. Yarn hook and pull-up loop. A magic ring is formed on middle finger. Beginners are recommended to watch tutorial videos of basic stitches first and do some practice with a practice yarn in the kit. In round 1, start with 1 chain stitch, and then work 6 single crochets. Finally, end with 1 slip stitch. First, work 1 chain stitch, which is not counted into the number of stitches. Yarn hook, and pull the yarn through the loop on the hook. That's a chain stitch. Then work 6 single crochets. Insert hook into the magic ring. Hook the yarn, and pull-up loop through the ring. There are 2 loops on the hook now. Yarn hook, and pull the yarn through both loops on the hook. That's a single crochet. A V shape is formed on the side. Place a marker in the first stitch. Through the underneath of both loops of the V shape. Since we use 2 strands of yarn, be careful not to miss any strands. Work 5 more single crochets in the same way. Insert hook into the magic ring. Hook the yarn and pull-up loop. 2 loops on the hook now. Then yarn hook, pull through both loops on the hook. 2 single crochets are done. Continue to work the remaining single crochets in the same way. Six single crochets are done. Count from the marked stitch to check the number of stitches. Don't count this loop on hook. Pull the yarn tail tight to close the ring. Put the hook back into the loop and tighten it. Finally, work one snip stitch in the mark stitch. The snip stitch serves as a connection and is not counted as one stitch. Insert hook into the mark stitch. Okay, yarn hook and pull up loop through the stitch. Then pull the first loop on the hook through the original loop on the hook. That's one snip stitch. Round 1 is done. During crocheting, pay attention to the tightness of the yarn. If it's too loose, the stitch holes will become too large. If it's too tight, the hook can't go through the stitches easily. In round 2, start with one chain stitch, and then work 6 increases. Finally, end with one snip stitch. Work one chain stitch first. Yarn on the hook, and pull the yarn through the loop on the hook. That's one chain stitch. At the beginning of each round, to raise the height, the chain stitch is not counted into the number of stitches. Then work 6 increases. Increase means working 2 single crochets in the same stitch. Insert hook into the first stitch. Hook the yarn and pull up loop. You will get 2 loops on the hook. Then yarn hook and pull through both loops on the hook. One single crochet is done. Mark the first single crochet. Through the underneath of the V shape. Work one more single crochet in the same stitch. Insert hook into the same stitch. Hook the yarn and pull up loop. Then yarn hook and pull through both loops on the hook. One increase is done. Increase. Increase means working 2 single crochets in the same stitch. In the next stitch, we'll show how to work one increase. First, work a single crochet in the next stitch. Then work one more single crochet in the same stitch. One increase is done. Continue to work 5 more increases. We need to work 2 single crochets in each stitch. Let's finish the rest increases. 6 increases are done. Work one snip stitch in the mark stitch. The snip stitch serves as a connection and is not counted into the number of stitches. Insert hook into this mark stitch, yarn hook, and pull up loop through the stitch. Then pull the first loop on the hook through the original loop on the hook. That's one snip stitch. Round 2 is done.